Nearly a month after Hurricane Francine made landfall, causing significant storm damage to parts of Morgan City, one neighborhood has made some progress. I'm Joshua Moten, your St. Mary Parish reporter, and as parts of Florida are bracing for the impact of Hurricane Milton, I'm checking up on our neighbors in the Lakeside community to see how their recovery efforts have been. The Lakeside neighborhood in Morgan City has begun its transformation from a storm-damaged area to idyllic suburban neighborhood. Roofs are now covered with tarps and crews are still out on the street, making sure the neighborhood can regain its former shine. I met with Bradley Shefferstein, who tells me while he's grateful for the progress made, he wishes he'd taken the storm more seriously.
I think we didn't prepare as well as we thought we should have, right? So it seemed like it was going to be not as bad of a storm as it was. It ended up doing some pretty decent damage to a lot of our friends and family here.
Resident Roland Flick, who lost his window during the storm, says he can't help but think about the parts of Florida that'll be affected with damage ahead of Hurricane Milton's expected landfall.
Some empathy for the people over there. It's hard to know what's really going to what goes on with the weather.
Resident Eric Blanchard shares that while he's no stranger to hurricanes, the wind gusts for Francine were relentless.
Having a house here next to the lake with no really wind protection, it was different. I mean, I think we had 80 to 100 mile an hour gusts the entire time.
While Eric did lose his roof in the storm, he's grateful for the support the community showed him in helping clear out debris, something resident Charlie Barron says is second nature for the community here.
We got a great community of people here that have been helping out, so some people more fortunate than others.
Barron says that while Lakeside may look a little different, he's got faith a sense of normalcy will be completely restored.
Some people are going to get it worse than others, but at the end of the day, we're all in it together, and I think we'll come out the other side of this stronger than we were before.
And one resident tells me that while they're thankful that their neighborhood could recover, their new main focus is finding ways to help those who may not have been as fortunate. In Morgan City, I'm Joshua Moten, your St. Mary Parish reporter with KATC TV3.
Now you see it, now you don't. It's the case of the disappearing tickets from the Ticketmaster platform that has one woman calling our station for help after she says tickets she purchased for a concert were transferred to another account without her consent. I'm Angie Toussaint, your North Lafayette Parish reporter with a look at how this happened. Another Ticketmaster user says her tickets were mysteriously transferred from her account without her consent. This as more customers have claimed that their tickets are being removed from their account and appearing in someone else's account. Holly Sherami, who asked us not to show her face on camera, says she purchased 5 tickets on the platform to attend a corn concert, but all of them were transferred to someone else.
When I really stopped to think about it, there was no two-factor authentication for anything like that to happen. Somebody was just able to have my password, sign in, and transfer my tickets. And it's confusing. It's frustrating. Because not only that, even if we do want to go now, it's a matter of paying double, possibly losing out on all that money because we didn't.
Holly is not the only one. Numerous reports of missing Ticketmaster tickets have been appearing around the country, with some customers reporting that their tickets have popped up online for resale. Just 1 month ago, Ticketmaster suffered through a massive data breach, which some platform users fear could be the reason for the missing tickets. Ticketmaster has not confirmed this. Holly says she's concerned about how easy it was for her information to be swiped from her account. Customers who have similar complaints are being told to change their passwords to a more complex one. I reached out to Ticketmaster about Holly's case and what they plan to do to address issues like this in the future. There was no response up to airtime. I'm Angie Toussaint, your North Lafayette Parish reporter for KATC TV3.
I'm Paris Flanagan, your St. Landry Parish reporter. This is all that remains from the Musa Memorial Hospital here in Eunice after it was demolished over the summer. The hospital first opened in the 1950s but has sat vacant for more than 18 years. 3 months ago, I spoke to people who felt the hospital played a special role in their lives and were sad to see it go. But according to Jesse Bellard, the parish president, it was an eyesore and causing more issues. Fast forward to today, the debris from the hospital's demolition will go towards improving infrastructure.
This material is going to be used to put underneath the road, not top the road. So we have some roads in the parish that there's no bottom to it and there's no foundation. So those roads we're going to take those roads up and peel them up and then put this stuff at the bottom, pack it back down, and hopefully it'll hold up a lot longer than what they're doing now. Right now we put limestone on the road, it just goes straight through. and we're back to ground, and it's not good.
One building that was a part of the hospital will be used to house business space. The land, however, will go up for public sale.
Mafia Parish Festivals Acadien Creole is returning to Girard Park this weekend for their 50th annual 3-day free Cajun and Zydeco Music Festival. Friday will be a tribute to the 1974 concert with Steve Riley and the Mamu Playboys being the house band. Organizers are still looking for volunteers to work and be a part of the event. The first volunteer shift starts on Wednesday at 9 for setup. Check out our story at KHC.com for more information on this and other neighborhood news stories you hear tonight on Acadiana's News Channel at 6.
And coming up in the show, students and parents got a chance to discover what life can be like after high school. We will have those details for you coming up.
Welcome back. Well, beauty across Acadiana today, and we are going to be on a stretch of gorgeous weather for more than the next 10 days. So right now it's all about major Hurricane Milton back up to a Category 5 storm. So let's take a look at this water vapor imagery and take a full screen, and you'll see such dry air being pulled in behind this system across Acadiana out into the Gulf of Mexico. There's an upper level trough now that's picking up the storm and bringing it toward Florida. And a lot of folks are saying, wow, something that's moving from the southwest to the northeast, that's unusual, isn't it? Well, for the Gulf of Mexico to a degree, yes, but not as you get into October. You see that most especially getting into the Caribbean as you get into the later weeks of October and into November sometimes. But this dry air, high and dry for us. Meanwhile, we see our storm out here in the Gulf of Mexico, some rain shower activity already burgeoning on the Florida coastline, but not associated directly with the hurricane. But look at this eye getting better organized once again today. Eye diameter right at about 10 miles. Pressure went from about 926 millibars earlier today down to 905 millibars. And hurricane hunters are still in there right now. Looks like the pressure may have come up a bit. So maybe that was the intensification cycle, and it's going to go through another eye wall replacement cycle where the inner eye collapses and then an outer eye wall begins to develop. And we saw that last night. That eye that's 10 miles in diameter now was 26 last night. And again, you see the 5, that should be right over here, but the storm has moved since this 4 o'clock bulletin. 165 mile per hour winds moving to the east-northeast at about 9, and pressure at 905 millibars. And we'll have an update. We shoot those out to the KTC weather app and our social media pages every 3 hours, so you can keep track for our friends and family in Florida. Still expected to weaken gradually as it gets close to the coast, but it's still going to be a high-end Category 3 storm with a huge wind field of tropical storm force winds and hurricane force winds as well. And this is going to be a hurricane going across the entire state of Florida. Thus, you see those strong hurricane wind gusts. More than likely, we could connect these orange areas. This is greater than 74 mile per hour winds. So it's going to impact a large population of Florida. Hurricane warnings, again, covering a good third of the state, if not a little bit more. Panhandle in good shape. Tropical storm conditions possible for South Florida with time. So the bigger story, especially for the west coast of Florida, on top of the winds, is going to be the big storm surge. If the storm just goes south of Tampa Bay, it won't be as bad, but they're going to get backwater bay flooding on this side towards St. Pete. So we'll watch for that. And then farther to the south, it's going to be horrendous. As you get down toward Fort Myers, they're going to get maximum storage surge impacts here. So anywhere between 10 and 15 feet from about the Tampa St. Pete area, maybe all the way down to Fort Myers. Fort Myers, we were 6 to 10 yesterday. Now we're 8 to 12 feet. So that is a dangerous and potentially deadly type of storm surge. So if you know anybody that's holding out and has been asked to evacuate in low-lying areas, plead with them to get to higher ground, because you cannot survive even a 4 to 5 foot surge with moving water. So here's the latest graph model, again showing the storm's probably going to get lopsided as some of that drier air comes in, which starts seeing some sheet year, but notice some outer rain bands impacting the west coast of Florida, maybe as early as Thursday afternoon. The graph is a little bit faster than the National Hurricane Center line, which now brings us closer to Sarasota. The graph is in Tampa, and it could go either side. There's going to be wobbles in the storm. This gives you a pretty good representation that Orlando's going to get hit very hard as well, and perhaps the Space Coast as well down the road. As for winds, we see those hurricane force winds approaching the coast as we get to about this time tomorrow evening, and then you start seeing those 80s and 90s working their way into Florida, and more than likely wind gusts over 75 for a good part of the Florida Peninsula before that system moves out to sea. Meanwhile, we almost feel guilty enjoying these temperatures. Lower 50s for northern portions of Acadiana, about 53 for Ville Platte and Opelousas. We'll go 57 in Lafayette, but mid-50s elsewhere down along toward the coast as well. And then tomorrow, nice warm-up. We'll see readings getting back up into the mid to upper 80s, so a little bit warmer than today, but low humidity and a nice breeze from the north continuing. So 57 the overnight low tonight on that quarter moon. That is pretty in the evening. Also Venus pretty in the sky right around sunset as well. 88 the projected high tomorrow with wall-to-wall sunshine and a nice breeze in the afternoon. As we move into the 10-day forecast, we'll see those daytime highs getting back to near the lower 90s, but at least comfortable mornings. More importantly, another front on the way Monday, which should bring our temperatures down into the low to mid 50s and maybe highs in the upper 70s. That's it for weather for now. We'll have more coming up a little later on.
Opportunities keep on piling up here at Opelousas. I'm Elijah Nixon, your St. Landry Parish reporter, and here at the Opelousas Civic Center, the school board held their 25th annual post-secondary carousel, where students got a chance to learn about what the future can be like for them after graduating high school.